Hello, Mike. This is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out, spoke with Amanda, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things pretty short and sweet. Just want to show you a couple of tips you can do to maximize your traffic online and really add to your customer base. So, with that, all I ask is that you send me some feedback, whether that be via email, text, phone call, anything would suffice. I just would love to get your thoughts. So, with that, we'll get started. Um, your website looks really well, really good. Sorry, and put together well. The one thing I would say though is that there's not a ton of content here, and content is anything that you can highlight, whether that be pictures, text, and there's really two reasons why you want content on your site, and quite a bit of it. Typically for home pages, you want anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 words. And the reason why is twofold. Number one, you want to be found for specific keywords. So if you're trying to be found for like electrician, Corpus Christi, Texas, that would be you might have it in your heading. You might have it in your text. You might even save one of these images as that particular keyword. It just allows you to be found for a lot of different things that potentially will lead you to more customers. So that's one of the reasons, and you guys are pulling in some. You're ranking the top 172 keywords, and quite a bit of those are buyer intent keywords. Um, Electrician Corpus Christi, Electricians in Corpus Christi, Texas, Electricians Corpus Christi. So you are getting traffic there. You're in a couple of for discount. You're in the first spot. Everywhere else, you look like you're two and three and below. But you are getting traffic for a lot of those things. So that's not necessarily an issue with your in your case. But one of the reasons why a lot of content is important, the second reason, is because it's a ranking factor. So Google uses a lot of different factors to determine what website gets placed above which on its way to the top. So one of the reasons why like Wikipedia does so well and is almost always ranked at the top of the rankings for whatever keyword is because there's so much content there, so much text, so much pictures. It's almost impossible to beat them out. So that would be my first tip. Um, you know, I would strengthen your Google My Business up a little bit. The first thing I looked at was electricians in Corpus Christi, Texas, and you weren't ranking here. But then I did look at Electrician Corpus Christi, and you guys are number one in the map pack. So you're doing pretty good. But I would add, I would continue to build this up and optimize it so that you can be found, at the top of multiple searches. And the reason for that, obviously, and I'm sure because you are ranking in the at the top here, is you're able to pull traffic from the organic listings. So here you're in the what looks like the fourth spot, okay, but you're able to pull some of that traffic from the top three by having this Google My Business listing here. So really important just to try to capture traffic. So that would be my second tip. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. You can you have a ton of reviews and you're at a 4.9 stars, which is great. You can add photos. Photos are a great way to strengthen this up. And not only that, but you can save these photos as specific keywords. So if I'm wanting to start ranking for electricians in Corpus Christi, Texas, one of the pictures that I would have would be saved as that tag. So definitely a good idea. And then you want this, your business info as it is here on the Google My Business on as many websites as possible, directories and things like that. So really important to strengthen your Google My Business up and try to rank for a couple of different keywords. So that would be my second tip. My third tip would be just to strengthen up your site. So this is data from your site. I'll read this to you. This is the strength of your site, okay? And this is on a 0 to 100 scale. So as you can see here, you're doing pretty good with the UR at a 30, but your DR is a 0.9. Typically, what you want is as high a number as possible, and you'd like to see a 1-to-1 ratio. So if this is a 30, you'd like to see this as a 30. So a little ways off, but definitely definitely can be worked with there. There's ways to get your DR up, and there's ways to get your UR up. But you definitely want to see those both high numbers. You have 74 websites or domains that are sending 294 links back to your site. You're ranking in the top 172 keywords. You're getting 132 clicks a month. And Google's estimating that I would have to spend $870 in Google Ads to get the same amount of traffic. So overall, pretty good. you know, like I said, strengthening up this DR would be really like your major thing that you would need to do to really, go up the rankings and really boost up your traffic there. So, um, and then looking at your competitors, because again, you were ranked pretty high here. You're second here, behind Yelp, and one of the things Yelp always has is a lot of content on their site too. So, strengthening that DR and really adding content might help you push past Yelp in this situation as well. But looking at, I went ahead and looked at Electrician Corpus Christi because you're a little bit further down here. You're behind Buddy Electric, so I was looking at Bud Electric. Sorry, not Buddy Electric, Bud Electric. Um, not as high a DR, or you are a higher DR. They are ranking for more keywords. They're getting a little bit more traffic, I think, 169. Yeah. But their traffic value is not as high, so you're doing, you're doing a slightly better than them in terms of buyer intent keywords. So, there definitely is some search volume here. Um, just in a couple of these terms, you're looking at 300, 400 at least searches per month for for the Corpus Christi area, and depending on how far you go out, there might be more volume. So there's definitely things to work on and growth that can happen. So those are my 3 tips. Again, add content, optimize your Google My Business, and build up the strength of your site, specifically your DR. So if this is something that you need help on, if you need somebody that knows what they're doing, we'd love to help you. But either way, have a great day and God bless.